Good evening. Well, we're back on night trunking, Swadlincote again. But tonight, instead of the late trunk 3, we're on the early trunk 1, which is quicker because we get fast tracked when we're down there. There's no queuing up for a tunnel. Find somewhere to park, get the curtains back, and we go straight down the shunters lane, the middle lane. Tipped, bring it out, put this trailer on bay 24, and the stand trailer should be in a parking bay, ready, loaded and ready to go, hopefully. I don't really want to be late back. I'm aiming to get back for the usual round about 4 o'clock time. That's due to roadworks. I know we have at least 2 diversions tonight. One's the local one, which takes us up Lamesley, the back over here, because all this is going to be shut tonight. We've got one on the A42, which is expected anyway, and then we'll see what else. I know there's a closure on the M1. We normally go up the A1, but Friday night there was an unforeseen closure on the A1, and I'm not doing that diversion again. It was an utter nightmare. A traffic officer, well, it said traffic safety officer on his car. It wasn't a Vosa one, it was like a construction site one. And on the A639, there's a low bridge down there somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. But I've got 16-foot trailer on, and the bridge is 15'6". So I said to this guy, I says, look, I says, am I going to be alright going down here? I says, because there's a low bridge. Oh yeah mate, just follow the rest of trucks. So I goes down 639, I come to this crossroads, both sides it's saying no through route, diversion straight on, and then I spots the illuminated sign, low bridge ahead, 15'6". So I hits the brakes. I thought, I am knackered now. So I puts my hazards on, I've stopped. Everybody else behind me stopped. So I jumps out, sees McBurney's truck, says to the lass who's driving it, she says, what are you stopped for? I says, because there's a low bridge down here. I says, I've got a 16-foot trailer on. All right, I see. What are you going to do? I says, well, I'm going to have to try and wait for it to clear and reverse into one of these roads here and spin round, go back. There's no else I can do. I might be able to go through South Elmsall or something like that. So she goes, oh, right. We're about 100 yards past the junction by the time I've stopped. I mean, I wasn't just going to bang on like an emergency stop. So, as I'm talking to her and the driver behind saying, look, just get everybody to go, so as the double-deckers come down, they turns right down this road where there's no through route. Then a DHL went down, and it said 7.5 ton except for loading. I thought, well, can't be much loading down there. So then another one went down. So I thought, that's got to be the way, and it was. But they've got local knowledge, you see, because on the other side of the A1 there's a big Asda RDC, so they're in the know. So I went down through this little village, Wentworth. By God, it was tight. So tonight I'm aware that there's a possibility it might be on. It's not on Highways England, but that doesn't mean anything. If it is on, well, I've already planned my escape route. M1, M62, A1. Because the M18 has got a closure where it joins the M62, and the M1 has got a closure just before it becomes the A1. So whichever route you take, I mean, it could be that all three are shut and then we're zigzagging around, like, you know. It is what it is. Now, I've had to leave my spare car key at my mechanics because I've got grinding rear brakes, which is not what I need. So I'm going to drop it off in the morning about 5 o'clock, leave it outside his gates, and I'll go pick it up on my way to work. So I want to be back quick because then I've got to walk it home from the garage. Plus, I've had to borrow this truck because the usual one I take, the guy who's been using it today says it ain't going nowhere tonight because it's got a red warning light on the dashboard. Joy of joys. So the general haulage driver who needs this in the morning, I've said, look, I'm usually back for 4. If we say 5, you've got an hour's window. And he says, it's okay, I'm not starting till 5:30, 6 o'clock. Fair enough. So I don't want to be late. I don't want any shenanigans because I don't want him sat waiting for his truck. He's got 3 trailers to get loaded out of the Port of Tyne tomorrow, and he's got a trailer to take local up to Cramlington and get that unloaded. So 3 trailers to get loaded at Port of Tyne. Well, depends who's loading it in there. Some can be quick, some can be slow, to say the least. So he could be having a long day if I'm late back. So it's in his interest to get down there before there's any queues, like, you know. So I'm hoping down at Swadlincote they're going to be quick. Hopefully. But we'll see. It's Mark and Les who are following me. Mark's on trunk 2, Les on trunk 3. Their trailers, Les has only got a couple of pallets on it so far, so he's going to be, you're probably looking at 7:15, 7:30 before he gets out of there. Mark, his trailer was half loaded, but he's still got rigids queuing up to get in. I was lucky. Kev, the supervisor, went and told them to move so I could get out. They don't normally, but anyway, that got me out because there is 2 diversions southbound which start at 8 o'clock. One at Catterick, one at Thirsk, both of which I should beat. I mean, they're not major ones, but if it adds 15-20 minutes, you know, not what you need. So it's going to be a case of try and catch up a bit of time. Normally I like to get down there before 10 o'clock on trunk 1 because before 10 it's quiet. Well, quiet-ish. There's plenty of parking bays to park on to get my curtains back, you know, loads of room, and I can get into the tunnel quick. As soon as it gets to 10 o'clock, everybody starts piling in, and then it's chaos, people pushing and shoving, you know, everybody scrambling to try and get on a parking bay, trucks flying everywhere, shunters flying everywhere. So that's why I like to get away early, but tonight I haven't. I didn't get away till, what, 6:15? So We'll see how it is. Sat-nav saying 10 past 10. Hopefully I can make up a bit of time. We'll have to see. Because we do have the long stretch of roadworks on the M1. That's going to hold me up. Again, if the traffic's flowing freely, it doesn't hold you up that much. Maybe 5 minutes. But some nights you can get it where you've got lane hoggers slowing you down, you know, and it's not what you need. Then we've got roadworks again at junction 27. That was on last week. That wasn't listed. That's got a 40 limit on it. Not good. Then there's the roadworks around East Midlands Airport. Again, that adds time on. So we'll have to see what we can do. It's just going to be one of them things where we try and make up time wherever possible. Right, I'm going to crack on and I'll see you in a bit. Well, when we left, the sat-nav was saying 8 minutes past 10 arrival time. It's now saying 4 minutes to 10. So we made up 12 minutes, but we're coming to the contraflow at Darrington, between Darrington and Barnsdale Bar, 2 junctions long, and I got stuck here for 15 minutes on Friday night, so this is where we could lose out on time. Fortunately, all is going well tonight. Wednesday night wasn't so great. Before I'd even got out of the yard, the truck I was using, got the keys, went to do my walk around checks on the unit. Both airlines badly stretched. One had kinks in it as well. So I got the guy who does the maintenance to come over and put me new airlines on. We're not allowed to do it ourselves. I could do it, but no, got to get somebody else to do it for you. So that was that. Then I rocked into Swadlincote, and it is absolutely pitch black getting down there. I didn't know anything was wrong, and I pulled round where the parking bay, where it's parking bays one side, loading bays on the other. There's a driver walking down the walkway, and he started waving at me and yelling. So I stopped, window down, and there's an almighty smell of burning. And he's going, Jesus, man. He says, tired on your trailer. So I jumped out and had a look. Something had gotten wedged between the mudguard and the tyre. The heat from the friction had melted the rubber around the outer edge. Well, about that much of a strip on the outside of the tyre. It wasn't on the tyre wall, it was on the tread on the top. But that was it, it was knackered. It was still inflated, but phoned the boss. He says, right, can you get it tipped? I says, yeah, I can take it in. I says, but I'm not taking it back on road. So we arranged to park it up in a corner at yard. I took the stand trailer back. The other 2 lads who were running behind me had to live load. But fortunately, the powers that be at TPN, when I'd explained the situation to them, they said, oh yeah, fair enough, park it over there. You got a tyre fitter coming? Yeah, but he can't get here till like after 3. He says, right, he says, I'll just fast track the other 2 guys and we'll live load best we can. Well, fine. So they weren't actually later back. In fact, if anything, they was slightly earlier getting back. So it did them a favour because there wasn't having to swap trailers. And then I'd said to the boss on the phone on the way back, because he always gives me a ring, find out who's getting back first, me or him, see who's opening up. And usually, more often than not, we're back at the same time. And I was joking, I says, you know, I says, things happen in threes. I says, I've had 2. I says, now I'm shitting myself that something's going to go wrong on my own. So he says, but he says, you did have 2 airlines change, so maybe that's your 3, like, you know. I says, oh well. I says, I'll take the positivity in that one. So I gets back, no great shakes, parks everything up, goes out to my car. Yes, did happen. There was something waiting to happen. A dirty great screw about that long in my rear tyre, flat as a fart. Kev didn't have an air compressor with him, neither did I. Fortunately, one at Trampers was coming in. I couldn't have changed the wheel because my own stupid fault, it's got Torx bolts on it and I didn't have the bit for it. I'll have to buy one. So fortunately a tramper came in and he had a tyre inflated in the car, pumped it up and it got me home. But I had to get a mobile tyre fitter out because there was no way I was staying up. This was at 5 o'clock before 5 o'clock in the morning that the puncture had been spotted. And I'd just done over 12 hours. No way I am staying up and running round. So I found this local tyre fitter, phoned his out of hours number. His wife arranged for the guy to come out. She says, it's going to be after 10 o'clock. I says, well, and I explained the situation, that I work long night shifts. And she says, well, look. And I said, I'll just have to stay up then. She says, look, get yourself away to bed, leave the locking wheel nut on top of the tyre that needs changing. We'll get it done, and then you give me a ring when you get up, and I'll take payment over the phone. All right, really? She says, well, I've got your reg number, and I know where you live. That's fair enough. So she did that, and his mobile tyres, Bebbside in Blythe. So if you need a puncture sorting in Northumberland or North East, well, Newcastle, give them a ring, they'll come out and sort you out. So I said I'd give them a mention, and I've given them the plugs on Google as well, left them a 5-star review. Hey, they've helped me. And then was Friday, coming back early hours of Friday morning, I had a red warning light come on. Like, literally, cut a few minutes from the yard. So I phoned Kev, I told him, I says, have a look at this when you come in. And he says, oh, we'll have to get Sean to look at it in the morning. He said, I'll leave a note for the lad who sorts the trucks out, which he duly did. Anyway, it was an AdBlue sender pipe. I got the blame for it, even though I don't think I've done it, but hey, I'll take it on chin. He says, don't worry about it. 3 have gone in the last fortnight, just be more careful. So, I mean, fair enough. So that was that. All in all, I'd had delays, I'd had diversions, I had all that go wrong, so it made it a long week, you know what I mean. Now fortunately we've just got straight through Darrington, so I'm happy with that, and it's still saying 3 minutes to 10. Now we've just got to hope the M1 has the traffic free flowing. Hopefully it will. So you've got to watch this section of the A1, because if you've got weight on like I have tonight, the truck will seriously overspeed. And you've got to watch this junction here. I mean, he's just had the sense to wait, but a lot of them just fly straight out on you, and you're coming downhill. If you're running heavy, well, not so bad if that lane's clear, you can move out of the way. But when it's busy, you've got cars coming past you like this, you ain't gonna move. But hey, you know what it's like. People cannot wait 30 seconds of their life. You know, they've all got to be somewhere in a rush. Right, let's crack on. And hopefully we can make up a bit more time. I doubt it, like, but hey, you've got to try. I'd say it's in my interest to get there before 10. So I'm booked in for past, I believe. Well, like I say, the quicker we're done, the quicker we're done. It does them a favour, it does me a favour. We're all happy. Right, let's crack on and see what the M1's gonna do to me. Well, we're just coming up to junction 23A M1, where we come off on onto the A42. Sat nav is now saying 10 o'clock. It's 25 to 10. The road works from junction 32 down to junction 28 were pretty much uneventful, apart from car drivers slowing down and speeding up, not keeping like a constant speed, which, if that happens in front of you and you come into an hill, well, you either lose your momentum. It's as simple as that. When you've got this much weight on back, it's not good. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't get it myself, but hey, that's life. It might be quicker than 10 o'clock. We've got 16 miles to go. 8 mile of that is when we come off the A42. So that's when we're at lower speed limits, and we've got to go through town as well. So we'll see. If no one gets in front of you on the slower roads, well, make up a bit of time. I mean, you don't have to go braying on, but I mean, it's just, you know what it's like. If it's stop start, it depends if the traffic lights work in your favour as well. If you get a red at everyone, well, that slows you up. Well, we'll see how it goes. Now, I know I've got definitely next week, and then I'm not sure if the week after that, if Andy's off the full week, or if he's coming back midweek. We'll have to see about that one. I know from the 22nd, or 22nd of July, that's the diversion we're going to hit coming back. I'll be back at the Cramlington job. I'll have 4 weeks of doing Rochdale. which after doing this it's going to feel like part-time. You know, I mean, that's generally 10-hour shifts, maybe 11 if you slowed up, and it's a lot easier than this, a lot easier. I mean, it's so laid back doing the Rochdale one. It's just really easy money. So if I could get that one full time, I would bloody love it. So I'm going to crack on into Swadlincote. Still saying 10 o'clock. And then see how fast we can get into that tunnel. I've still got a 45-minute break. I was going to have a 15, but not that I'm running late. So, but hopefully that'll not sort of put things back too much neither. Like I say, I want to get done quick, but I know on the way down, the roadworks that I predicted at junction 27 M1, they weren't on, but they were setting them up for the other side. So they've obviously finished what they're doing southbound, and now they're going to do northbound. So that'll be a 40 limit. Then you'll speed up again for maybe a couple of miles. Junction 28, you hit it all the way back to junction 32. So we'll see what it is. Fortunately, I didn't see any potential closures on the A1, so hopefully we'll be just flying straight back. If it is going to be closed again, it will be signposted on the M1. Well, it normally is. Normally is. So we'll see how it goes. So, right, we've got 4.9 miles till we come off here. Then we're on to the A511. So let's hope it's very, very quiet. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, we're coming into Swadlincote, and I've not seen any TPN trailers yet coming the other way. If you see a few of them coming the other way at this time, then you know the hub is running really quick. If you don't see any, well, they're not running really quick. It shouldn't make that much difference to me,
the speed limit is 30 miles per hour.
But we'll see. And there are a few speed cameras around here, but in one of these you shouldn't really be speeding anyway, especially not round town.
Speed camera ahead.
This, not a bad little place this, looks quite nice. I don't know what it's like to live here, perhaps somebody will tell me. But there are a couple of takeaways which I pass, but whenever I get out they seem to shut probably about midnight, whereas the ones up our way, they usually stay open while 1 o'clock during week and 2 o'clock on a Friday. But hey, I suppose it's needs of the customers. Let him go, because he'll be wanting to go home. Always be nice to each other. See, with me facing downhill, it's easier for me to get my momentum than it is for him. So, kind of only fair that I let him go.
After 1,000 feet, enter the roundabout. Take the second exit onto Swadlincote
So,
Road. The speed limit is 30
swing a
miles
left
per
here.
hour.
I have seen people go straight on, but I was advised not to do.
Enter the roundabout. Take the
So,
second exit.
where's he going? Yeah. Left it a little bit late to let me know, didn't it? Oh, and he's going all the way around.
Onto A514 towards Swadlincote.
Now this one down here,
Prepare to enter
there's
the
nearly
roundabout
always a
after
van
0.9
parked on the
miles.
left. So you have to be mindful. You don't want to be slamming all on.
The speed limit is 30 miles per hour.
Well, I'd say if there's trucks coming other way, it's quite steep here. There's the van. So if there's a truck coming the other way, I want to be letting him go. Once you get past this, it's alright. Imagine when the rush starts at the hub. Oh, bloody hell. Thinks he's Valentino Rossi. Obviously showing off to them folks there. You see, this is what you have to contend with at night around town. Alright, you get the bikes like that. They're quite rare. Normally bikers have the sense to take it out of town to do it. But you do get your boy racers. And apart from driving like utter dicks, you have no idea what they're going to do. I mean, obviously they're not going to use their indicators. Nothing. So, you just got to be wary. At night, you tend to find people forget the rules of the road. It's like it doesn't apply after 6 o'clock or something. These two trailers behind us are going to the hub, I think.
After 1,000 feet, enter the roundabout. Take the second exit onto Civic Way.
It's not too far now. You don't really have that much
miles per hour.
going through town.
Enter the roundabout. Take the second exit.
So if you get someone in front of you who's going to dawdle at 20 mile an hour, or the lights are against you or both, then, you know,
After 0.4 miles, enter
it's
the
going to drag a
roundabout.
bit.
Take the third exit onto William Ladding Way.
We should be in there for
It is 30 miles per hour.
near us, damn it, 10 o'clock. A little bit later than I wanted, but it is what it is. I'm mindful round here as well. I've seen boy racers round here, right, going like absolute dicks. And yet, you know, there's a police station there.
Enter the roundabout.
I mean, maybe they're just sort of like poking a stick at the devil, I don't know. But, just... I mean, when we were kids, we had bikes, and
Towards Castle Crescent.
I remember one night being parked at local cenotaph. There was a few of us. Oh, with the noisy exhaust on the two strokes.
Prepare to arrive at destination.
Up rocks Sergeant Sinister, the local Bobby, and gave us a few quiet words. And he basically says, listen, if you want to start riding around with noisy exhaust, get out of town and do it. If I get any complaints about you, I'll book the lot of you. Fine, yes sir. Straight down this road is the hub. So I get my QR code scanned in. That puts my arrival time on the computer system. No arguing with that. It's like,
Arrive at destination on the right after 1,000 feet.
if they can't say whether I was late or whatever, I mean I'm half an hour early technically, and then if our guys look in the morning, they know what time we got there.
Destination on the right.
We're all generally early anyway. So, but the other two lads, they park on
Route
the
3
waiting bays.
Turn back at the roundabout, taking the 4th exit.
YDL, why is he going for the 444? He's heading for Leeds, he should be going the way I'm coming from. Oh, he wants to go the long way, let him go the long way.
Take the 4th
Right,
exit.
now shut this camera off and let's get in. Well, we're in. Now 11:15. Well, nearly 11:15. Hopefully this won't take too long. I'm going to put it on break anyway. If it takes 30 minutes, then that'll do for me. Then I'm straight out. The trailer is still on, that I want, is still on bay 24. Should be finished loading. I might have to pull it out. It might have been pulled out for me by the time I get round there, I don't know. We'll soon see. He said Alpha 9. Six, 7, so it's where that pallet's coming off there, that tall one. You've just got to be so careful. I mean, technically they're supposed to give way to us, but they don't. Well, Alpha 9. This will do. He's got to move. I need to get my swing on. Come on, fella. They do distract you. Should be just about straight. I'm not bothered if it's not completely inside the box. I couldn't give a monkey's chuff. It's near us, damn it. That'll do. I'm not fanning on. Right, we're in. That handbrake, neutral, lights off, indicators off, windows up, tacho on brake. Right, that's that. Let's have roast pork butties made myself with homemade pork that I cooked yesterday. See you in a bit. Right, we're done. Time to fire it up and get out of here. Right, let's see if my trailer's ready. It should be ready to take. Let's see if it's outside or if it's still on bay 24. One that actually waits for you. Wonders never cease. Now, that lad is already on my bay, Alpha 9. That's how quick they are. It's one in, one out. Next one straight in. They don't mess about. Now you gotta watch what you're doing, because people don't observe sight speed limits, especially the shunters. This is where you come to clip your curtains up. Generally speaking, you put your poles in, well, you can put your poles in on parking bay and then come up here to clip up, because they want you off the parking bays as quick as possible because space is limited. Right, let's see what's what. 11:30. We've got a clip up. Sat nav saying 3 o'clock. So by the time we've clipped up, done the diversions, I mean, you could be looking at 4 o'clock. Right. There's 24. Is it empty? Looks like it. So I'm looking for TET 59. There we go, that's mine. Right. Let's park this, get hitched up, and let's go home. Right, we're done. Eventually. I've got my trailer on the bay. Went and got the stand trailer, which was parked opposite. All going hunky-dory. Pulls into the clipping up area. There's he going. And I'm clipping up, and everything starts going dead quiet. I can hear something bleeping, like, you know. I'm round the blind side of my trailer. This guy comes, says, can you stop what you're doing and go to the main car park? We've got a fire alarm. I'm like, shit. Put it on brake. Not that I needed to. Basically, that's knocked us all back about an hour. Fire brigade turned up. We went up to the canteen or something. Don't know what was going on. Apparently the canteen's shut anyway tonight. So it is what it is. And you got a place like this, and they've got to evacuate everybody, and everybody's got to get back in. It's just chaos. Well, there you go. I knew it was all going too well. So I wanted to be back for 4 o'clock. Sat nav saying 3 hours 28. Arrival time 4:24. Now, I'm going to add some time to that because we do have diversions. Plus, I've got to go for fuel. So I think you're going to be looking at closer to 5 o'clock. I promised Jeff I'd have this truck back between 4 and half past, and I said 5 in case of any problems. It's a good job I did. So we'll see now if there's a big queue of people trying to get in, because you've got trucks coming in here at all hours at days and nights. Where's this Scania going? But potentially it could have caused absolute chaos. Where's he going? Something not right with his truck. Has he hit something? Looks like he has. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Well, that doesn't look too clever, does it? Ouch. And that's a 24 plate Scania. What's one of them cost? 100 grand? How the hell has he done that? Proper battered summer, hasn't he? Whether he's caught it on something, I don't know. Or whether one at forklifts has hit him. It's a bit high for a forklift though. Maybe a truck's backed into him when he's been parked on a bay. Don't know. Right. It was all going too well, wasn't it? So let's crack on, because we have that diversion on the A42, which you saw on the way down. Turn off the efficiency, turn off lane control. Right, we're at full power. So, I know Mark will be delayed. I'm not sure if it will make much difference to Les, because Les generally don't get out of there till about 4 o'clock anyway. So, 3:30 at the latest. Mind you, Les has got his own little system of getting in. Quicker than I was getting in on his run anyway. So, right, back the way we came, and I might get to film a bit more, I might not. We'll see how it goes. Just depends how pushed for time I am. Remains to be seen. Right, I'll crack on and I'll see you in a bit.